Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and I have another Bible journaling process video today using these new stamp sets from Sonshine Stamp Co. This is the crosses and offset alphas, and I'm going to be working in Galatians 2:20. I'm just going to create a really simple entry today. So I'm beginning by just applying some white acrylic paint to the margin of my Bible. I'm going to be stamping with some distress ink, and distress ink bleeds horribly bad if you don't do some kind of preparations. It usually doesn't bother me, but for today I thought I'd go ahead and just cover that margin. Also, I kind of wanted a more stark white background since I'm going to be working with blacks and reds. I just wanted that really intense difference in colors. So I'm just taking a paintbrush and brushing that on and letting it feather just slightly over the text, but the text is still readable. And that passage, Galatians 2:20, says, "I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me." So I'm going to go ahead and start with these crosses, and there's a couple of these that you can kind of stamp inside of each other, and so I have this outline of a cross and then this kind of splattered cross that I'm going to stamp on the inside. So I'm going to begin by stamping with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. This is not the best ink to stamp over acrylic paint because it is a pigment style ink. It takes a long time to dry, so I really had to hit it with my heat tool and rub like a piece of paper or paper towel over the top of it to make sure that it was completely dry. But I just like the intensity of the black. Also, be careful stamping over acrylic paint because it's a little bit slippery, so you just have to be a little more cautious when you stamp. I'm going to take that splattered cross and I'm inking it up with some, I think it's candied apple distress ink. And then I'll go ahead and stamp that slightly offset, but within the center part of that other cross. And now I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping with the offset alphas. This set is probably my new favorite alphas, second to the Just My Type alphas. It's basically two full alpha and numeric sets of stamps in one for a great price, so definitely go check it out. I'm going to be stamping some of the words in just the outlines, and then some of them I'll be doing the outlines and stamping the solid images, so there's a variety of ways that you could be using these. And I'm going to stamp out, "But Christ lives in me." And so just really simple. I had done this entry in my first journaling Bible, and so I wanted to do something a little bit similar to what I had done in there with these sets. So you can see I stamped "Christ lives" in the distress ink, and now I'm taking the outline images and I'm going to slightly offset. Now I need to practice a little bit more getting the offset just where it looks right. This was a little bit far off, so it's kind of hard to read, but that's okay. I just need to play with it a little more. So now it reads, "But Christ lives in me." I'm taking a black pen to draw in some ground and a shadow underneath that cross so it's not just floating at the bottom of the page there. Keeping it simple, but I want it to still look pulled together. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Kuretake Gonzai Tombi watercolors, and I'm going to do some ink splattering with red and black ink splatters. Just a really graphic style entry today. I know it's a little bit different than what I typically do, but it's going to help me remember this verse and what I studied in this verse. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that down. I could have used the candied apple distress ink, but anywhere where it would have landed where the paint wasn't, it would have bled through really bad. So went ahead and added some journaling off camera, and that is it for the entry today. It's super simple. Be sure to head on over to the Sonshine Stamp Co blog to check out the blog post that corresponds, and head on over to the shop to check out all of the new stamp sets that are available over there. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you were inspired by this entry. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.